Great morning, friends. Jason DeSantis, hashtag Cincy Car Coach, YouTube at Jason DeSantis. How do you go about making your decisions? What do you base your decisions off of? In other words, what principles do you hold dear that drive the choices you make? It's a pretty deep and philosophical way of looking at it, but let's take a step back and look at something more practical. Okay, we talk about goals a lot. I think goals are a very useful way to look at how you go about your day-to-day decision making, right? I mean, you're going to make decisions and choices anyway, one way or another. You might as well align them with something productive that you want out of your life. That's the way I look at it. If it's going to happen anyway, do it right, right? What do you want for yourself is the ultimate question. And are the choices you're making getting you there? It's really that simple. Simple, but not easy, right? So, for example, I have a notepad that has a lot of things written in it. One page has a set of 10 things on the top and a set of 10 things on the bottom, and they're all goals related to what I want for myself and out of my life. And I read them to myself every morning. And the first set of 10 is kind of like a medium-term list, things that I expect to develop within a period of time, I don't know, a year or two. Then the next set of 10 are really a lifetime set of goals. Kind of how do I want to be remembered when I'm gone type stuff. And one leads to the other. One set leads to the next set. But I read them every day because I want them to be top of mind. You know, we talk about energy follows attention, right? When you pay attention to something, your energy tends to flow towards it. So throughout the day, as little decisions are being made, I'm hoping that having these things top of mind will cause me to lean towards decisions that move me towards those goals, because I've already predetermined that's what I want. So that's helpful, and I encourage you to do that. But there's a different way of looking at it, and it's principle-based. Okay? What principles do you hold dear in life? What is a principle? A principle is kind of a law of life. Right? Like, it's a rule that I am kind and respectful to strangers. Right? It's a rule that I trust versus that I'm suspicious of at first glance. I mean, I'm not saying you have to be one way or the other. I'm just asking you, what are those principles that you live by? And are you holding true to them? It's important. Because if your actions move you away from what you believe your principles are, that causes inner conflict. And whether you know it or not, it's unhealthy. It makes you unsettled. When you take actions that are dead set against what you believe is right and true, it ain't right. It doesn't feel right. And you can't help it. Now, does that mean that I expect for myself to be perfect in that light? No. Of course I want to make decisions that go against what I believe are true principles that I hold dear. But the less I do it, the better off I am. The more healthy, emotional health I'll have, if that makes sense. Okay? Your emotional state of mind is a very delicate thing. It's a very powerful thing. You need to protect it. You need to strengthen it. There are ways to do that. So, you need to understand what the principles are that you hold dear. And if you find yourself in doing this, I mean, get out a piece of paper and a pen, right? The proverbial set of instructions. Get out a blank sheet of paper and a pen. Take 15 minutes. Write some stuff down. See what you come up with. You might surprise yourself. But do you really act on your principles, or do you act against them, right? So personally, one of my principles is I do trust first. Right? A lot of people will disagree with me, and I have this debate with people often. I trust first until I have a reason not to trust. Does that open me up to disappointment? Yes. Does it open me up to be taken advantage of? Yes. But I do not like the feeling. I personally do not enjoy the idea of being suspicious at every first interaction. It just feels like an uncomfortable way to live my life, so I don't do it. It's just my choice. But on a day when I am that way, it feels weird because it's not what I'm used to. So that's it for illustrations and ideas on what or explanations of what I'm trying to say. Get a piece of paper and a pen. You can start with your goals. Maybe your goals will tell you what your principles are. It's a good start. But get with it, understand it, and live by it. Make it a great day.